showdown. As we'll see, the Kansas Jayhawks taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Jayhawks will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Weeks. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Give to the single back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block?
He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. He'll take another shot here. Makes a grab deep. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. It's Young.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
On the ground, it's Sanford. There he goes. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. All All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. We've been watching them all year, but David, it seems like they're starting to find themselves a little bit right now, having won the last two.
Yeah, they're in the category of others receiving votes. Like, there's those next 26, 27, 28. These guys, they're right on the cusp of getting ranked. They've had a really good start to their season.
And they're about to get that recognition, Ben, if they can just keep winning. You've got to stick to the formula. This is a team that prides themselves on being physical and executing. We got to see that today.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the...
Turns it on down the left side. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Dropping back, it's Reed. He fires a bullet to the right. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
4th and short means I'm going for it nowadays. You see it all over college football. Everybody's using analytics and saying, I'm going to take my chances of going for it rather than punting. So great job by the defense, but you better get that next play ready.
The Jayhawks will try to convert on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Try to get it to the edge. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Sanford. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I know everyone's yelling like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Caught over the middle. It's Young. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Reed. The screen, he's got wheels.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Turning it on. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Cougars have pushed it inside the 20. Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Cougars. A great catch and run for 6.
And how about the dinosaur, the fullback, getting involved in this game in the passing attack? This is a guy that has really, really good hands, and this offense knows in these types of situations, if they can just find a way to get him involved, he can go score.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 2 to Eastern Michigan. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Working the middle. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Throwing right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
The give to the back. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a scrimmage and getting running backs on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. And the Jayhawks are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Kansas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Sanford. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield. It's Reed. He'll pull it down and run. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Sanford. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Now on the option. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Got it behind the line. It's Sanford. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. At absolutely center cut. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Makes one man miss. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down, 10 yards to go. They'll move the tight end. They'll give it to the back. Oh, what a move.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Right on target this time. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front and trench it.
Touchdown, Jayhawks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Coming out with it, it tweaks. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sanford. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. It's complete to the right. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Here's the pressure. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Grab behind the line. It's Sanford. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys. The ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
On the move, it's Jackson. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Man, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
The throw to the outside is complete. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the 2nd level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
On the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Using the quick game. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Sanford. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reed. Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He might want another play. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Thurman. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
It's complete to the left. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneaks ahead. Scores on the sneak.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They march 72 yards. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got him downfield. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open man.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throw back.
Now the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Jayhawks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Jayhawks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Rushes on him. Fires deep on the run. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they can get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading into halftime.
And he added the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cougars will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
The give to the left. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, marching down the field to score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll try the right side. He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Jayhawks have this offense rolling.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Kansas big tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Hands it off. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Reed. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
On the run, it's Sanford. He's in open space downfield. Lots of room to run. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Houston.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Hold and finds his man on the left. Got room to work. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
A strike downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity.
There he goes. Lowers those pads. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
And the Jayhawks with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Finds his big tight end. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The give on the inside. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Iowa is getting dominated today. And friends, the folks in Iowa City deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker of a showing. They're trailing by 21 to Maryland. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. These two offenses have been locked in and going back and forth, David.
Been absolutely cooking. I mean, both offenses doing what they want. Now try to continue this, Jesse, down the stretch. Stay on fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now because of the way the other one's playing. So you can't falter. You can't have your service broken. You got to stay aggressive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Reed. Skips away from pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Takes it the other way.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Sends it back in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Touchdown, Kansas! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out. It's Weeks. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, it's Reed. Got his man quickly. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. That's caught. It's Young. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football, and I think he's doing a better job of that.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Used the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Hudson. Touchdown, Houston. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Looking downfield on first down. Still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Second down, he'll throw it. They get to him as he throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Jayhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play-action fake.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
He wants to throw it again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
To the air on first down. Under fire. He'll take a shot. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jayhawks. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 13 over San Diego State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Takes a handoff. It's Peppers. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Thurman. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Hudson. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first down. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Can't get him to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Touchdown, Cougar! Great job by the back on the option.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Going right to work up top. Fires to the right. Finds a man by himself. Nice move. Creates some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll try the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Got a man. It's Hudson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 35.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Quarterback will keep it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. A run for the quarterback. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The Cougars come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Using his feet. And what a break to get that football back at this juncture. That would have been catastrophe. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one.